The camera opens on a question that instantly grips the world. Are wedding bells about to ring for Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce? Before you scroll away, stay with this story until the very end, because the clues scattered over recent months are finally beginning to connect. If you want to stay ahead of the biggest global entertainment news, engage now and keep watching closely, because this story is building towards something much bigger. The wedding rumors surrounding Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce are no longer just fan speculation whispered across social media. Over the past several weeks, the volume of coverage has surged, pushing their relationship into a new and more serious spotlight. Every public appearance, every subtle gesture, and every carefully worded comment from those close to them is now being analyzed with intense scrutiny. What once seemed like an unexpected pairing has evolved into one of the most closely watched relationships in the world, uniting pop culture and professional sports on a massive scale. Sources close to the couple suggest that Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce have entered a deeply committed phase of their relationship. After navigating demanding schedules, constant media attention, and the immense pressure that comes with global fame, the two appear more grounded than ever. Taylor Swift, long known for guarding her private life, has recently shown a noticeable shift. She has been seen attending family-oriented events and personal gatherings connected to Kelce, a move that many observers interpret as a significant signal rather than a coincidence. This shift in dynamics has not gone unnoticed. Insiders describe Taylor Swift as calmer, more centered, and emotionally secure compared to previous chapters of her romantic life. Stability has become a recurring word in conversations surrounding her relationship with Kelce. His open, supportive demeanor is widely believed to provide a sense of balance that Taylor has rarely experienced while navigating the relentless demands of the global music industry. At the same time, Kelce appears equally at ease stepping into the world of entertainment, all while maintaining focus on his professional football career. The speculation intensified further as Taylor Swift became increasingly present in moments involving Kelce's family and inner circle. In celebrity culture, such involvement is often viewed as a powerful indicator of long-term intentions. Fans and analysts alike began connecting these moments, forming a narrative that pointed in one direction: this relationship may be heading toward marriage, yet the tension does not fade so easily. Amid the excitement, a crucial question lingers. Is this truly a prelude to an engagement and wedding, or is it a romantic chapter amplified by relentless media attention? Taylor Swift has always been deliberate in shaping her public narrative. Rarely does she make a move without intention. That is precisely why this situation feels different. There has been no firm denial, no attempt to shut down the rumors. Instead, there is a quiet consistency that speaks louder than words. The pace of coverage has shifted dramatically. What began as light-hearted stories about dates and appearances has transformed into serious discussions about the future. International media outlets are now openly speculating about potential wedding timelines, possible locations, and the cultural impact of such a union. Taylor Swift's name is synonymous with record-breaking influence and global reach. Should this wedding become reality, it is widely predicted to be one of the most significant pop culture events of the decade. Through it all, one thing remains clear: Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce show no signs of pulling away from each other. On the contrary, they appear increasingly comfortable presenting themselves as a united front. Kelce has made several recent comments reflecting on growth, maturity, and future priorities. While he has not directly mentioned marriage, the tone of his words suggests a mindset that aligns with long-term commitment rather than fleeting romance. As the story reaches its midpoint, public curiosity is at its peak. Fans have begun revisiting old interviews, dissecting lyrics, and searching for hidden meanings in subtle symbols. Is Taylor Swift preparing for a new chapter not only in her career, but in her personal life as well? The greatest tease, however, lies in the calmness surrounding the couple. There is no chaos, no public drama, and no exaggerated displays. And somehow, that quiet confidence fuels the suspense even more. Industry observers believe that if a wedding does take place, it will be handled with extraordinary care. Taylor Swift is known for controlling the narrative on her own terms. A private ceremony, revealed only when the time is right, would be consistent with her approach while still sending shockwaves through the global media landscape. Travis Kelce's background in elite professional sports suggests he possesses the resilience required to withstand the intense attention that would inevitably follow. Now, as the story approaches its emotional peak, all eyes are fixed on one thing: confirmation. There has been no official announcement, no explicit acknowledgement of wedding plans. Yet the absence of denial, combined with a steady stream of meaningful signals, makes the rumors increasingly difficult to dismiss. The world seems to be holding its breath, waiting for a single moment that could redefine the narrative entirely. If these reports prove true, this will be more than a celebrity wedding. It will represent the convergence of two powerful worlds, two massive fan bases, and two individuals at the height of their influence. The story of Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce would then stand as a reflection of timing, maturity, and choice made under the brightest spotlight imaginable. And now, as this chapter continues to unfold, one thing is certain: the world is watching closely. If you want to stay connected to every development as it happens, keep following this story, because one announcement could change everything. Stay tuned, stay curious, and don't miss the moment when rumor turns into history. As the hours pass and the speculation grows louder, the silence from Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce becomes part of the story itself. In the modern media landscape, silence is rarely accidental. For a couple constantly surrounded by cameras, microphones, and digital scrutiny, choosing not to clarify can be a strategic decision. That calculated quiet has only intensified the conversation, turning every appearance into a potential clue and every absence into a statement of its own. Behind the scenes, industry insiders point to a noticeable alignment in their lives. Taylor Swift, fresh off record-shattering tours and historic achievements, appears to be entering a phase of reflection and recalibration. Her recent public demeanor suggests someone who is no longer chasing momentum, but choosing direction. Travis Kelce, meanwhile, stands at a pivotal moment in his own career, balancing legacy, longevity, and life beyond the field. When viewed through this lens, the timing of these marriage rumors feels less coincidental and more inevitable. Observers have also noted subtle changes in how both figures discuss the future. Taylor Swift's recent interviews carry a quieter confidence, a shift away from defensive storytelling toward acceptance and stability. Travis Kelce's remarks, though still guarded, hint at long-term thinking, about home, priorities, and what comes after peak professional glory. These are not declarations, but they are not random either. For many fans, these tonal shifts speak louder than any headline. The public response has been nothing short of global. From entertainment media to sports commentary, the possible union of Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce has sparked conversations far beyond celebrity gossip. Analysts debate its cultural impact, branding experts speculate on the merging of two enormous audiences, and fans imagine what a shared future might look like for two people who have lived much of their lives in the spotlight. The fascination lies not just in the romance, but in the symbolism of it all. Social media, as expected, has amplified every development. Keywords related to Taylor Swift wedding rumors and Travis Kelce engagement continue to trend across platforms, driving massive search volume and non-stop discussion. Yet even in this digital storm, there is a surprising restraint from the couple themselves. No cryptic posts, no obvious teases, no dramatic reveals. That restraint has only sharpened the tension, creating a slow-burning narrative that refuses to peak too early. For longtime followers of Taylor Swift's journey, this chapter feels distinctly different. Past relationships often unfolded amid chaos, controversy, or abrupt endings played out in public view. This time, the tone is quieter, steadier, and more intentional. There is no sense of urgency to prove anything, no need to perform happiness for an audience. And perhaps that is why the marriage rumors feel more credible now than ever before. From the perspective of Travis Kelce's world, the story carries its own weight. Professional athletes rarely experience this level of crossover into global pop culture. Kelce's ability to navigate the attention with composure has earned him praise even from skeptics. Rather than appearing overwhelmed or overshadowed, he seems grounded, confident, and aware of the magnitude of the moment. That balance has only strengthened public perception of the relationship's durability. As anticipation builds, the media landscape prepares for a potential turning point. Editors stand ready to pivot from speculation to confirmation. Fans brace for an announcement that could arrive at any moment, or not at all. The unpredictability is part of the allure. In an era where personal milestones are often monetized and teased endlessly, the possibility that such a monumental event could be revealed quietly feels almost revolutionary, and yet, the payoff looms. If and when confirmation arrives, it will not simply close this chapter, it will redefine it. A wedding between Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce would instantly become a defining cultural moment, one analyzed for years to come. It would represent a convergence of influence, resilience, and choice made under extraordinary pressure. The weight of that possibility hangs in the air, unspoken but unmistakable. Until that moment arrives, the story continues to breathe in the space between certainty and rumor. Each passing day without denial adds another layer to the narrative. Each shared appearance reinforces the sense of unity. The tension remains perfectly intact, fueled not by scandal, but by restraint. For now, the world watches, listens, and waits. Because whether the announcement comes tomorrow or months from now, the impact will be undeniable. And when that final confirmation finally breaks the silence, it will not just be news, it will be history in the making. The longer the silence stretches, the more the narrative deepens. In a culture conditioned to instant updates and constant validation, Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce are doing the unexpected by allowing the story to unfold slowly. This deliberate pacing has transformed ordinary moments into high-stakes signals. A shared glance, a coordinated appearance, or even a carefully chosen absence now carries weight far beyond its surface meaning. The audience is no longer just consuming news, it is actively participating in interpretation. Those close to the situation describe a relationship built not on spectacle, but on alignment. Both Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce are said to value routine, grounding influences, and the sense of normalcy that fame rarely allows. This shared desire reportedly shapes how they move, where they show up, and how much of their private life they allow into public view. In that context, the marriage rumors are not fueled by dramatic gestures, but by consistency, a factor often overlooked, yet deeply persuasive. As weeks turn into months, the speculation has evolved into expectation. Entertainment journalists note a subtle shift in language, moving from "if" to "when" in conversations about the couple's future. That shift alone signals how deeply the idea of marriage has taken root in the public consciousness. It is no longer a fringe theory, it has become a dominant storyline woven into coverage of both their careers. Taylor Swift's global influence adds another layer of complexity. Every major life decision she makes reverberates through music, fashion, media, and fan culture. A potential wedding is not just a personal milestone, but a cultural event with economic and symbolic impact. From fashion houses anticipating the bridal look to media outlets preparing long-form retrospectives, the machinery surrounding this possibility is already in motion, waiting for confirmation. For Travis Kelce, the moment represents a crossroads as well. Known for his achievements, leadership, and longevity in professional football, he stands at a stage where legacy matters as much as performance. Being linked to one of the most powerful figures in modern entertainment has not diluted his identity, instead, it has expanded it. The way he carries himself amid the speculation suggests preparation, not anxiety. For whatever comes next, what continues to captivate audiences is the absence of contradiction. In celebrity culture, rumors often collapse under denial or inconsistency. Here, there is neither. The narrative remains intact, reinforced by steady behavior and aligned priorities. That coherence gives the story momentum, pushing it forward without ever requiring exaggeration. Midway through this ongoing saga, the tension feels almost cinematic. The world senses a turning point approaching but cannot predict its timing. Will it be a sudden announcement released without warning? A quiet confirmation slipped into an interview? Or a single image that says everything without words? The uncertainty keeps attention locked in, driving engagement and fueling endless discussion. Experts in media psychology point out that this slow-burn approach maximizes emotional investment. By withholding resolution, the story encourages audiences to stay present, to keep watching, to remain curious. It is a strategy often seen in storytelling, now playing out in real life. Whether intentional or not, Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce have become central figures in a narrative defined by anticipation rather than excess. As the build-up continues, fans oscillate between excitement and restraint. There is joy in imagining a future chapter, but also respect for the couple's privacy. That balance is rare, and it underscores how differently this relationship is perceived compared to past high-profile romances. The tone is less invasive, more reverent, an acknowledgement that something meaningful may be unfolding. The longer this chapter remains unresolved, the more powerful its eventual conclusion becomes. Confirmation, when it arrives, will not feel abrupt. It will feel earned. The audience will look back at these moments, the silence, the alignment, the patience, and recognize them as part of a carefully unfolding story. Until then, the narrative remains suspended in a state of charged calm. No fireworks yet, no declarations, just two people moving forward together under extraordinary scrutiny. And in that stillness, the speculation continues to grow, steady and unstoppable, because when history is finally written, it often begins this way, not with noise, but with quiet certainty building just beneath the surface. As this quiet certainty continues to build, one detail becomes impossible to ignore: the story is no longer being driven by tabloids alone. Mainstream outlets, cultural commentators, and even financial analysts have begun paying attention to the broader implications of a possible union between Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. That shift matters. When speculation crosses from entertainment gossip into serious discourse, it signals that the narrative has reached a different level of credibility. At the center of this attention is timing. Taylor Swift stands at a historic peak, having redefined touring, ownership, and artistic autonomy. She is not chasing validation, she is setting standards. Any decision she makes now carries long-term consequences, not just for her personal life but for her legacy. Observers note that individuals at this stage of power rarely make impulsive choices. That context alone adds weight to every move she makes alongside Kelce. Travis Kelce, meanwhile, embodies a parallel arc in a different arena. Years of discipline, physical sacrifice, and public pressure have shaped him into a figure associated with reliability and leadership. Those qualities resonate strongly in this narrative. To many, the pairing feels less like a whirlwind romance and more like a meeting of two people who have already lived through chaos and emerged with clarity about what they want next. This shared maturity is perhaps the most compelling element of the story. There is no rush to define the relationship publicly, no urgency to perform milestones for applause. Instead, the bond appears rooted in stability. Friends of the couple describe conversations centered on long-term vision rather than short-term excitement. That framing subtly reinforces the marriage rumors without ever needing explicit confirmation. The public's fascination continues to intensify, driven by the sense that something consequential is unfolding in real time. Search trends remain elevated, engagement metrics climb, and every related headline draws massive attention. Yet despite the scale of interest, the narrative remains remarkably clean. There are no scandals, no conflicting reports, no dramatic reversals. The consistency itself becomes the story. As anticipation grows, media coverage has begun to explore hypothetical outcomes. What would a wedding mean for their respective careers? How would it reshape public perception of celebrity relationships? Could it mark a shift toward greater privacy among A-list figures? These questions keep the story evolving even in the absence of new facts, sustaining momentum without crossing into misinformation. The emotional investment of fans adds another layer of intensity. For many, Taylor Swift's personal happiness feels deeply personal after years of following her journey through music and public life. Travis Kelce's supporters, equally passionate, view this chapter as a reflection of growth beyond the field. The merging of these two audiences amplifies every development, creating a feedback loop of attention and expectation. Still, the couple's restraint remains the most powerful pattern interrupt. In a digital era dominated by oversharing, their controlled silence feels almost radical. It slows the tempo, forces focus, and keeps energy high without exhausting the audience. Each moment stretches just enough to sustain curiosity, ensuring that interest never collapses into fatigue. As the narrative inches closer to a potential payoff, the atmosphere feels charged but composed. The world senses that resolution is coming, but not on anyone else's schedule. And that sense of inevitability, paired with uncertainty, is what keeps eyes locked on the story. Whether confirmation arrives soon or far down the line, one conclusion is already clear: this is no ordinary celebrity rumor cycle. It is a long-form narrative shaped by timing, maturity, and intentionality. Every chapter adds depth rather than noise. For now, the story remains open-ended, suspended between speculation and truth. And as long as that balance holds, attention will not fade. Because when the moment finally arrives, when silence gives way to certainty, it will not just answer a question. It will mark the end of anticipation and the beginning of a new chapter that the world has been quietly preparing for all along.